the genius, and terrifying. Part of this theory is how Prater controls not just the killings, but the killers themselves. By recruiting and funding these elite murderers, he creates a hierarchy of obedience. They follow his instructions, mimic the Ripper's methods to perfection, and remain loyal because he's wealthy, charismatic, and untouchable. He's not just orchestrating deaths, he's shaping minds, conditioning killers to execute his vision without ever questioning him. This makes him more dangerous than a typical serial killer. A normal murderer can be tracked through mistakes, habits, or personal connections. Prater, he has no mistakes, no direct link. He's the ultimate ghost behind the Ripper persona. Finally, the fifth part of the theory explains Prater's bigger picture. This isn't just about murder for thrill or money. It's about control, influence, and legacy. By creating the illusion of one unstoppable killer, Prater dominates both the criminal and law enforcement worlds. He becomes a legend, a shadow figure in New York, untouchable, untraceable, and feared. Every killing under the Ripper's mask strengthens his reputation and solidifies his control. And this is where Dexter's challenge skyrockets. Normally, Dexter studies his target, identifies their pattern, and delivers justice. But with Prater, there isn't a single target. There's a network, a system, a mask anyone could wear. Killing one murderer doesn't end the terror. It's just a temporary pause. To truly stop the New York Ripper, Dexter would need to dismantle the entire operation, and that's no easy task. If this theory is true, Dexter is facing a game changer. The Ripper isn't a single person. He's a brand, a network, a living myth. Dexter can't rely on pattern recognition alone. He has to outthink a master manipulator, someone who has weaponized obsession, money, and human nature. The stakes, higher than ever. And it sets up one of the most intense, morally complex confrontations Dexter has ever faced. Because taking down Prater isn't just about justice. It's about navigating the gray areas of the code and deciding who is truly responsible when the blood never touches your hands directly. After episode 7 of Dexter Resurrection, we finally heard the New York Ripper's voice, and it changed everything. Fans crossed names off the suspect list, but one question keeps haunting me. What if the Ripper isn't just one person? What if he's a network, a puppet show, and someone else is pulling the strings? Enter Leon Prader, billionaire, obsessive collector of serial killer stories, and the man behind the New York Ripper myth. He doesn't need to kill anyone himself. Instead, he funds, directs, and orchestrates an elite team of killers, all following the same exact methods. Think of it as a deadly film set, and Prater is the director, staying clean while the murders roll out perfectly on schedule. Every hooked manhole, every signature wound, it's standardized. He turns murder into a brand, and anyone wearing the Ripper mask becomes an actor in his terrifying play. Here's what makes it chilling. Prater owns one of the Ripper's signature weapons. Not a replica. The real thing. That's more than obsession. That's intent. If multiple killers are copying the same methods, the illusion of one unstoppable Ripper spreads, confusing the police, terrifying the city, and keeping Prater untouchable. The brilliance of Prater's scheme. He never kills himself. He commissions the murders, pays his actors, and watches as chaos unfolds. Copycat killers execute the plan flawlessly, leaving no patterns for Dexter, or anyone else, to follow. Each murder screams the same signature, but the face behind it constantly changes. It's not one killer at all. It's a network, a mask, a legend. And the voice we finally heard could belong to anyone under Prater's control. Prater doesn't just orchestrate death, he controls minds. Wealth, charisma, and fear make him untouchable. His killers obey without question, mimicking the Ripper perfectly. There are no slip-ups, no habits to track, no human error. Dexter's usual method of hunting patterns won't work. The Ripper isn't a person, it's a system. And here's the terrifying truth: Prater's goal isn't just murder. It's power, control, influence. Every killing adds to his legend. Every successful murder strengthens the myth of the Ripper. And for Dexter, this changes the entire game. How do you follow the code when your target doesn't exist as a single person? When the true culprit has never touched a drop of blood? If this theory is right, Dexter isn't just hunting a killer, he's dismantling a machine. A network, a myth, and somewhere in that web the real puppet master is watching. The New York Ripper isn't a man, he's a shadow, a legend. And Dexter is running out of time. Do you think Leon Prader is really the mastermind, or is there someone else hiding in plain sight? Comment your theory below and stay tuned, because in the next video, we're breaking down every possible Ripper suspect and who might be next on Dexter's table. After episode 7 of Dexter Resurrection, We finally heard the New York Ripper's voice, and it changes everything. What if the Ripper isn't just one person but a network, and someone else is pulling the strings? Meet Leon Prader, billionaire, obsessed with serial killers, and possibly the mastermind behind the Ripper myth. He doesn't kill. He commissions, directs, and orchestrates killers, making every murder look identical, same hooked manhole, same signature wounds. He's untouchable and terrifying. Here's the twist: multiple killers wear the Ripper mask. No personal habits, no slip-ups. The voice you heard could belong to anyone under Prater's control. The Ripper isn't a man, it's a legend, a system. For Dexter, this changes everything. How do you hunt a killer who doesn't exist? Who's really responsible? The actors or the puppet master pulling the strings? The code might not even apply here. Do you think Leon Prader is the mastermind, or is someone else hiding in plain sight? Comment your theory below, because in the next video, we'll break down every possible Ripper suspect and who might be next on Dexter's table.